The Eagles finally won a football game the way that they wanted to win it. You see, the Eagles have a slow, methodical, efficiency-driven offense. They want to play about 8 to 10 possessions a game instead of the normal 12. Not that they can't play from behind. They're just not really as designed to do so. Carson Wentz is unbelievable, and we've seen him do some remarkable things. But at the end of the day, they are about putting touchdowns in bunches, going slowly and methodically down the field, controlling the clock, controlling and dictating the pace of the game, and then putting it away in the fourth quarter with the offensive line running game. Basically what we saw yesterday. 31-13, Eagles winning. And we're going to get into this game and why I thought it was important for the Eagles to win this game the way that they did. All right, let's get into the notebook. Let's get into what I had to say about the game and what I rated it. All right, so let's take a look right here. Halftime. They got off to a better start in this one. 44-31 at halftime. And here's the big thing here. Look at the first two Bills possessions. 3 and outs. Defense had given up touchdowns in 5 of 7 opening drives to opposing teams to start the year, and 2 3 and outs. Fletcher Cox, deep penetration in this one. And let's get into it. Let's get into the highlights. First drive of the game, Eagles force a 3 and out. Huge. Because like I was talking about in the intro, 5 of 7 opening drive touchdowns that they had yielded. Fletcher Cox setting the tempo, as did TJ Edwards here. First play of the game. This is why you can cut Zach Brown. TJ Edwards was making plays in training camp, and he was making plays yesterday. Look at this play. Looking good, knifing through. Ooh-wee. Knifes through, makes a nice play on Frank Gore. Now we got a 3rd and 6. Fletcher Cox, deep penetration. Slicing through, rips that right arm right through John Feliciano. They don't get the strip sack fumble, but it's a 3 and out for the Bills. And I just wanted to show this because look at Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard getting 23 carries yesterday. What's he think he's MJ? 23 carries. And look at him just run over Tremaine Edmonds for 4 extra yards. Look at this. Check this out. So he's got him started, what's that, at the 23-yard line? Is that where he starts? Is that where he puts his initial lick, the 23? Oh, it's the 22. And he drove him to the 26. Woo! Oh, Jordan. 3rd and 4. And remember this play. Jot that down in your minds. Remember it. Because I'm going to talk about this later. We're going to be talking about this play later. Quick slant, Alshon Jeffrey. As you can see, defender, as his name is honestly escaping me at the moment. I completely forget what his name was. I am sorry. Levi Wallace. So he broke on that quick slant. And as you can see, he knew the quick slant was coming before Alshon even probably knew it was coming. All over it. Why that's important, we'll talk about that later in the game. Oh, TJ Edwards continues to make plays. Look at this. So he can get off a block. There we go. So we got a 3rd and short. That sets up Fletcher Cox. Deep penetration. Stuffed. Nothing for the Bills. So, Fletcher Cox, he had a slow start to the year. People were getting on him a little bit. I know he was coming off the injury, and I saw positive signs against Minnesota. He played poorly against Zach Martin last week, but that was the Fletcher Cox that I'm used to seeing. Fletcher Cox is back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. It's week 8, and I'm finally saying it. Deep penetration. Eagles, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. And here we go. We're going to see Andre Dillard get overpowered by Shaq Lawson here. And, here's the thing about Dillard. He's going to do great against speed rushers, but if you bull rush him or if you use power on him like Shaq Lawson did there and like Everson Griffin did and like Robert Quinn did last week, he can get matched up against. Speed guys, he does better against. All right, this is Nelson Agholor. And this is the jet sweep. The Eagles have been faking the jet sweep for basically the entire season. They actually haven't really handed it off to Nelson Agholor that I can remember. And they actually handed it off to him here. And he gets, this is a 16-yard gain along the left boundary. Gets a block from Alshon Jeffrey. And the Eagles have a first down. Here is Miles Sanders. Here's why this is important. Look at him make people miss in the open field. This is something I had been talking about earlier in the season. He had people, safeties, linebackers that he would have in the open field wouldn't be able to make a miss in space. Well, he's got two that he navigates against. There's one, and there's two. Game's slowing down a little bit for Miles Sanders. Looking good in this one. 3rd and 5 for the Birds. At the 19, here's Carson. And that ball's thrown into double coverage. Behind, Dallas Goedert sets up 37-yard attempt. Look at that wind just blowing the sticks. They were gusting. Gone with the wind in Buffalo. I don't know where I saw that. I think it might have been the Daily News. Josh Allen. Nowhere. You know why? Because T.J. Edwards continues to make plays. That's what he's doing. Zach Brown, bye. We don't need you. You know why? Because T.J. Edwards is here to save the day. 3rd and 8. Now, unfortunately, 3rd and long continues to be a problem. The Bills converted, I think it was 5 of their first 7 3rd and 6 pluses. The Eagles did clean that up as the game went along. I didn't have the final tally. I think it was like 5 of 10. The Bills were on 3rd and 6 plus, but here's one of those conversions. This is something the Eagles still have to figure out. 3rd and goal for the Bills at the 14. 3rd and goal for the Bills at the 14, and they score a touchdown. 3rd and long defense killing the Eagles. As this play, you can see here, Cole Beasley. Nate Jerry kind of gets stuck in no man's land. As he sees Josh Allen scramble, he comes off of Beasley, and it's just touchdown. This is a nice catch along the right sideline by Alshon Jeffrey. I love how he just gobbles the ball up like a shark along the sidelines. No chance for a cornerback to pry that free. None. You think, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at the route he runs. It's like a double move comeback. Hitch. There we go. Beautiful throw, or a beautiful catch. 3rd and 4 for the Birds. And this play doesn't work. So, here's the thing about this. I like the jet sweeps with Nelson Agholor. Now, when I'm seeing this pre-snap, and Matt Milano is a good linebacker, and I'm seeing Nelson Agholor in a halfback position, I mean, you're looking for a jet sweep type action potentially here. And it looks a little bit more obvious, I think, with him lined up as a halfback instead of just out wide and coming down the line of scrimmage and just running a regular jet sweep. I mean, because the Eagles fake the jet sweep so much. Now here, it's like you see him coming, you basically know it's coming. That's the way I would view it as a defender. But this play, whatever the case, it just didn't work. Matt Milano was all over it. All over it. He's a really good player, too, for the Bills. Bills got a good defense for a reason. They can make plays like this for a reason. 3rd and 6, because I know like this was something the Eagles fans got on Doug Peterson for. I agree with them on that call, but I would like to see Nelson Aguilar actually run a couple more jet sweeps, as long as it's jet sweeps and not stuff like that where it looks a little bit more predictable. Now, the thing is if you show that look, all of a sudden you can throw something else at, them later in the game. I don't think I saw that though, that particular look. I'll have to check it again when I check out the tape. All right, this is a 3rd and 6, and this is the difference between Josh Allen and some of the other quarterbacks that the Eagles have faced this year. So this is a completion that should be made. He throws it behind Cole Beasley. Looks like this is Cole Beasley. Way behind. Just a very inaccurate throw. I know the winds are gusting, but that's a very inaccurate ball by Josh Allen. Really should have been a completion there. So the Eagles escape, get off the field, and it's the 3rd and 9 now for the Birds. Carson. There we go. Beautiful throw. And there's the shark, Jeffrey. That's what I'm talking about. Look at him just get down. Marvin Harrison used to do a great job of that, just like getting down to make sure he wouldn't get hit. Alshon just gobbles that up. Eagles, though, punt. And I'm showing this play because of Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills, look at this. Frank Gore has the alley. He's got the boundary. He's got a full head of steam. And he just cuts him down. Look at that. Boom. Nothing. Didn't get a first down out of that. He set up a 3rd and 2. Look at this. Beautiful. Play he should be making. And he did. 3rd and 2. Here it is. Here's why I showed that play. Because this is BG making it happen. Stripping the ball away. Setting up Carson to Dallas Goedert for the touchdown. So as you can see here, he fakes the screen to the right. And this is a play that the Eagles like to use a lot inside the 5-yard line. They'll motion Jeffrey in and fake and actually throw him the screen. And because they show that look a lot, now he throws a little wrinkle in. Whoop. So you've got that look on that side. And then you got the twin tight ends here, tight to the formation. You got Goddard running the posts. And there's the touchdown. So a little wrinkle to the look that they normally like to run inside the 5. And they go to Goddard instead of Jeff. Because they faked it to him instead. And let's look at this 2-point conversion. Let's look at Zach Ertz, baby. Look at Zach Ertz. Look at him block. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Look at that block, baby. Look at it. Eagles get 2. Hold on. I need a drink of water. I'm about to cough. There we go. Come on, baby, got it. Come on, baby, make me hurt so good. Got me. Clearly. I just twisted my tongue twice. Tongue twister. All right. I think I'm better now. This play, definitely going to make me better. Definitely going to make me a lot better. I love this look. And I'm sure we're going to see this look a lot more as we move forward. Doug Peterson said it in his press conference today. I wanted to see, I wanted to put Miles Sanders out there along with Jordan Howard because Miles Sanders has the ability to catch the football, obviously. Has that pass-catching ability threat. Jordan Howard, not as much. Jordan Howard, though, playing the role of lead blocker. We know what he can do in pass protection. But who knew that he was such a fullback? Oh, look at this play. Jordan Howard going old school, going fullback, leading the way for Miles Sanders. There he goes down the left sideline. Look at that burst, that explosiveness. Miles having his breakout game. He had been breaking out in the passing game, but showing off the scoots down the sideline. Look at him go. Jake Elliott does miss the extra point, so it was a good thing the Eagles got the 2. Still up by 10. All right, so 3rd and long. Continue to plague the Birds. So this is a 3rd and 14. A 3rd and 14. It's like, man, how many of these are you going to continue to give up? So this is a sprint out to the right. Josh Allen makes a good throw on the move to John Brown along the right sideline. We can't really see what this route was because of, obviously, you know, we're watching this on camera as we're watching Miles Sanders take it all the way to the house again. So as we see, once again, so this is a, called sprint to the right. And John Brown, whatever route he ran, whether that was a comeback route, he was wide open along the sideline. And we're going to see it again, 3rd and 8. And Cole Beasley, this is the out route that he beat Sidney Jones. And, Sidney Jones, besides this play, actually played pretty good. So, this was actually something I talked about in the summer. I thought last year when Sidney Jones played in the slot, he looked pretty good. But when he played outside, not as much. I think in the slot he can, use that quickness and jitteriness that he has a little bit more and, kind of instinctively play the position better than he does outside, at least right now. And, we'll see if that is going to help the Eagles. Didn't on that play, but I actually thought he played pretty good. And Cole Beasley is a really quick, elusive slot receiver. So, I thought that was good to see. I'm going to watch the All-22. I'm going to check out Sidney Jones and see what he did against Cole Beasley in this game. Officially. Hard to see it on, regular TV film here. But 3rd and 13 for Buffalo. And this is the touchdown to Devin Singletary. I like Devin Singletary coming out of college. One of my, I think I had him in the top 5 running backs. I think I did. Devin Singletary going down the left sideline. I'm trying to figure who was the one who missed the tackle here. Who missed that? Was that Sidney? Who is that? Is that Rasul Douglas? Can't tell. All right. We'll have to look at that one on the All-22 as well. 1st and 10 for the Birds. It's 17-13 now, and this is why I told you earlier in the show, earlier in the film, log the slant pattern on Levi Wallace because now it's wide open, the sluggo. The double move. Levi Wallace bites on the candy. And he's wide open on the sluggo. Jeffrey down the left sideline. Beautiful throw through the gusts by Carson. Unfortunately, though, we have a sack on 1st down. Seumalo gets overpowered by Jordan Phillips. Eagles, though, able to get out of this predicament. 2nd and long. We got a screen here for Jordan Howard. Look at Jason Kelce lead the way. Look at Kelce just showing off the burners. Look at Kelce showing off the burners. Look at this. Look. Here he goes. Finding the target in space. Making the block. So that sets up 3rd and manageable for the Eagles. And we got a little hitch route. Alshon gets the 1st down. Eagles keep the drive going. And it's a touchdown for Boston Scott. Get big, young man. Get in the end zone. 24-13. Eagles up by 11. So we got a 3rd and 5, and, it's an ensuing 3 and out as BG just reading the screens all year long. Unfortunately, while Boston Scott put the ball in the end zone, this time he puts the ball on the turf. And the Bills recover. It's 3rd and 8, but Bills can't get it. As the Eagles actually, at this point in the game, this is when they started to get off the field on 3rd and long. So as you see there, 4th and 10. And then we see Ronald Darby breaking this pass up. Beautiful glove technique on John Brown. He's waving the finger. Eagles regain possession. Now, here's the jet sweep that I was talking about that I liked them to run, and, it just didn't work. As Matt Milano, I believe that's Matt Milano again, all over it. Let's look at it one more time. This didn't look like a smooth handoff. It didn't really look like. I don't know if he needs more depth coming across the formation, does Nelson Aguilar, but the play was red anyway. So that led to a punt for the Eagles, and Malcolm Jenkins here. Good defense on Croft. I think that was a slot fade route there. And then the Eagles, we're going to show this drive. Here, we're going to show this play because Dallas Goedert just blocks 2 people. Watch him block 2 people. Here we go, combo block. There's 1, there's 2. So he went for the kick out, and then he helped Jordan Howard through. Then he got in the way. But 5-yard gain. 3rd and 10. And this is the designed scramble, or not scramble, but designed quarterback run for Carson. Now, obviously Doug Peterson knows his quarterback better than I do. I just get scared whenever Carson takes off and dives and there's people, and gets my bones chilly. I don't like it. But I liked it there because it worked. Jordan Howard up the middle, putting the game on ice to the Eagles. Look at him just take Micah Hyde for a ride. A little piggyback ride. Second and goal. This is going to be the 14th play of the drive. 8+ minutes off the clock. And we got a winner. We got a winner. Eagles back in the win column after 2 really ugly losses. So I forgot to show the here we go. Let's show this again. So I forgot to show the final score. So I had 86-56. I stopped after that touchdown. 14 plays, 83 yards, 8 minutes, 17 seconds off the clock. So they ran for 218 yards in all, 156 yards in the second half. And, we know about this stat. If you saw it in the game, the Eagles, basically since Doug Peterson has come into the league, own the third quarter. They own it. Plus 161 point differential, 100 yards per third quarter, 70 yards passing, first in everything basically. So basically what it is, as long as they don't get down 10-0, 14-0 within the first 2 possessions, which is what they've been doing, then they can win the football game. Because when you're down 10-0, when you're down 14-0, you have to throw away your game plan. You can't run the ball 41 times. And you can't do all the things that you wanted to do. Because the Eagles, the best part about their offense is their offensive line and run block. That's what they do best. They're solid in pass protection, but they're not as good as they are in run blocking. And Jordan Howard is hitting the hole hard. He's hitting it decisively, and he's getting yards after contact. So you have that on the inside. Then you got Miles Sanders, who's emerging. You got him in the screen game. You got him in the open field. That dynamic of Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders, you see, like with LeGarrette Blount, what we talked about, with him in 2017, sometimes you don't want him on the field all the time because when you have him, it's like you have that Not you don't have that threat that he's going to catch the ball. So basically, when he's in the game, you know it's going to be a run. Well, Doug implementing some 2 halfback sets, and I love that. I think we're going to see a lot of that moving forward because teams are not going to know whether you're going to be running or whether you're going to be throwing if you have Jordan Howard and Miles Sanders in the field at the same time. And if Jordan Howard continues to block the way that he blocked, I have no problems with him being a little lead fullback as well. Eagles back in the win column. It was huge, huge, huge. And now, a win like this, bucking a trend like this, the way that they did, you see, this was the first time they won a game like this. Besides the Jets game, they had fallen behind in every game. They fell behind in this game too, but it wasn't 14-0 or 17-7 or 24-7 in the second quarter. It was only 7-3. They were within striking distance by halftime. And as long as they're within striking distance by halftime, I mean a possession or less, they're going to win the football game. But they have to be getting off the better starts. And the veterans led the way. Fletcher Cox on the opening series was great. Opening 2 series, actually. Malcolm Jenkins had a big game. Veterans stepped up. Now, let's see where this goes. I've been pretty calm all season. I haven't been bitter, Adrian. I know what this team is capable of. This is what they're capable of. We'll see if it becomes consistent. Adrian Fedke.